This is Alan Ball.
Hi, this is Audrey Fisher.
This is Jim Perry.
Hi, this is Kristen Bauer.
Hi, this is Alexander Skarsgård.
This is Nelson Ellis.
Hi, this is Johnny Neal.
This is Rayo Tucker. Hi, this is Lindsay Pulsifer.
Hi, this is Ryan Quanton from True Blood.
Hello, this is Theo Alexander.
Hey, this is Lauren Bowles.
Hi, this is David Tishman.
This is James Frayne, and you're listening to True Blood Radio.
This is Liz.
This is Mel.
Welcome to episode 124 of True-Blood.net vodcast. We've got your latest True Blood news and happenings around the website, so we're going to get right to it.
The Paley Center has announced the official lineup for the True Blood event at Paley Fest on March 5th. No less than 17 cast members are going to take the stage in LA. Holy crap. Woo! Appearing are, in alphabetical order, Kevin Alejandro, Marshall Allman, Alan Ball, Chris Bauer, Kristen Bauer Van Stratton, Nelson Ellis, Ryan Quanton, Todd Lowe, Joe Manganiello, Stephen Moyer, Anna Paquin, Jim Perrick, Carrie Preston, Alexander Skarsgård, Sam Trammell, Regina Wesley, and Deborah Ann Wool.
Woo!
Tickets are on sale now at paleycenter.org if you can attend. Or if you can't, fear not, we will be there. Liz and I will be there to bring you all the scoop on True-Blood.net. So be sure to bookmark the site and follow us on Twitter so you don't miss anything.
Yeah! Woohoo! I'm so excited. Yeah. I hope that stage is big enough.
I'm trying to remember from when we were there last time, and it's going to be, I think they're going to have to stack them. They're going to have some up on risers behind, kind of like bleachers.
They could squeeze them all together. They love each other.
They do. So,
they all love each other.
It's going to be fun, but we will be live tweeting, so be sure to follow us on Twitter, True-Blood.net. All one word. Long, but all one word.
Long, just like that stage is going to be. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to bring my wide-angle lens.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get everybody. Or just pan across.
Yeah.
Like they do it at the convention with the flips.
Mm-hmm. That's what you have to do.
We'll just pan across.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get you covered anyway. In an exclusive new series at True-Blood.net, we are going to take a closer look at the names used in the show and in the books. Mel kicked off the series this week with an in-depth look at Sookie Stackhouse. You want to talk about that a little bit, what you're doing?
Yeah, well, actually, last week was Sookie Stackhouse. This week is Eric Northman.
Who?
And I know. His name's a little easy to decipher. I thought I'd give myself kind of an easy one. But I'm a name geek. I love names. As long as I can remember, I've kept a list of names that I like and looked at meanings and etymologies, where did they come from and how have they morphed. And someone emailed us and asked with a connection that they had made for another character and in some mythological stuff. I'm not going to say too much because she wrote a guest post for us, and that'll be up here in a couple of weeks. But it got me to thinking. There's tons of characters with all kinds of names from all kinds of backgrounds. You've got obviously Eric is Nordic. Viking etymology. Sookie, I couldn't figure out what she was, and so that was kind of fun. It's a very southern name. Bill and Pam. Pam's a really interesting one. I'm working on that right now. So it was just a lot of fun. And I thought, hey, it'll while away the time until season 4.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. I'm finding it really cool.
I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
And hey, who knows? You might be helping somebody name their baby.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe in your own family.
Yeah. Nobody's pregnant right now. I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. It's my younger brother's turn. But don't tell him I said that.
Okay.
Well, the HBO shop is offering the True Blood Volume 1 Altogether Now comic book collection, along with that awesome t-shirt that we gave away back in July that we got at Comic-Con. That was an exclusive. The collection includes all 6 comic books combined in a gorgeous hardcover edition. And HBO is offering the combo at a special price of $34.99. Maybe you know somebody who needs the perfect gift for a birthday or, I don't know, graduations are coming up. That's a good one to catch.
Mm-hmm. And that t-shirt's really cool, too. I wanted one.
Yes, they're very, very cool.
So, well, also, tied in with that, True Blood stars Rutina Wesley, Sam Trammell, and Deborah Ann Woll, and Nelson Ellis. They're expected to attend the signing for the True Blood Volume 1 altogether now on Saturday, February 26th at 1 in the afternoon at Barnes & Noble at the Grove in L.A. So if you're around about town, going on vacation, stop in there and give them a hoot and a holler. It's a wristband event, and you can catch all the details at True-Blood.net.
That's right. And speaking of comic books, in an interview for Inside True Blood, Michael McMillian talks about writing the new line of True Blood comics called Tainted Love, and reveals that we will see Steve Newland in the comics. He also promises that we'll find out what Sarah Newland has been up to. He says, all I can say is she has taken what has happened to her and used it to her advantage.
Mm-hmm.
When asked about the Newlands' appearance in Season 4, Michael had this to say, I certainly hope so. Obviously, True Blood has no shortage of characters, but I think it's significant that the Newlands made it out of Season 2 alive. And there must be some kind of Fellowship of the Sun revival after what Russell Edgington pulled on national TV, right? If I were Steve, and I am, I'd be plotting revenge on both Stackhouse's and Eric in particular. Nobody bangs Steve's wife and shoots him in the face with a paintball gun and gets away with it. Nobody. Ah, Mike. You're funny. You can read the full interview, including which method of torture he thinks Jason Stackhouse deserves and whether he's Team Bill or Team Eric at inside-true-blood.com. Whew.
Yikes.
You know, Inside True Blood. You can just Google that, too. Inside True Blood. And that'll get you there.
We get it.
Yeah.
It's the end of a long day.
It is.
Well, while Alan Hyde is no longer on True Blood, as far as we know, he's not going to be back, we don't think. He's always been a fan favorite around here, so now and then we're interested in news that comes our way, and then we'll post it. Alan's been pretty busy these days. Alan Hyde News informs us that he will star in the short film Frankie Frankly, alongside McAndrew Perderis and Bella Dane. As a young man drifting around the city, struggling to share something of meaning between his friend Madison and the beautiful, mysterious Chantal. The short will be released sometime this spring. You can catch Alan in person at conventions this year as well. He's going to be at the Monster Mania Con in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, the weekend of March 11th through the 13th. And Alan will appear along with Mariana Claveno, who was Lorena on the show, at Star Fury's Vampire Ball in London, September 30th through October 2nd. Be sure to bookmark AlanHydeNews.com to keep up with the latest and the best from this young breakout star.
This has really turned into a big, big thing for him, quite a lunching pad.
Yeah. I'm glad, too, because he was such a fine actor, gave us such a fine performance on the show that I really was kind of rooting for him. I'm in his corner.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'd love to see more from him. Well, now for a special treat. We told you about this last week, and we wanted to remind you this week, for you, the gorgeous and smart listeners of True Blood Radio, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 14-day trial to give you a chance to check out their service. Audible has all 10 of the Sookie books available in audiobook format, as well as the Harper Connolly series. And through this special offer, you can get one of those books for free. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/trueblood. Again, that's audibletrial.com/trueblood for your free audiobook. Perfect if you've got spring break coming up and you're planning to travel, or if you're like me and Liz, you're going to Paley Fest. Get an audiobook, download it, free. You're there.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get you some reader emails that we've sent. We've got one this week, and I thought it was fairly interesting. And these people want to know our thoughts on something. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one. This is from Ellie. She says, "Hi, Liz and Mel. Just listened to this week's podcast." It was last week's podcast, by the way. "Great as usual. Question concerning Bill. Do you think that Bill is going to be the new magister appointed by NF?" Who's NF?
Nan Flanagan.
Oh, I always forget about her.
She would be very disappointed in you.
She would be, but you know what? She's going to have such a presence in this next season since the actress has been upgraded to a full cast regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I won't forget her then.
Nope.
But, anyway, I thought that was really interesting what Ellie said there. Magister?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, well, we'll go on and then we'll get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
No news on Sophie Ann. So do you think Bill takes her place? Unless Pam doesn't want Sophie Ann to know about Eric out of commission. But the spoilers indicate a few sheriffs. We know Alan Ball loves Bill's character. Obviously, he is keeping Bill in a larger role than Charlene Harris has in the books. I guess it is fine as long as he doesn't interfere with the Eric storyline. A bunch of us would love to know what you think. Thanks, Ellie. Well,
that is some interesting speculation going on there. I hadn't really thought that much about the vampire, the politics of if Eric is out of commission and Russell's gone. So, yeah.
Interesting. Now, to make Bill Magister, I wonder if Bill would take a job like that. There's pros and cons, or there's yeses and nos. I think he would probably take it because he would rather mete out justice in a fair way, better than the previous Magister, who was just a real jerk. Then on the other hand, I think that he would probably not want it because it would take up all his time. I don't know if he's ready for that. I don't know.
Well, like you said, on the one hand, it would give him a chance to be fair, make sure that whatever's happening in his district is fair, except, he was forced to make Jessica at the hands of the previous Magister. So would he be out for some kind of vengeance somehow? I don't know. But with the spoilers that we talked about last week regarding the sheriffs and the witch, certainly do suggest that he's in some position of power. And I don't know. We probably should have put a spoiler warning before we read that.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and say spoiler warning now. So if you want to know more about what we think about Bill, keep listening. If you are avoiding spoilers, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Take care.
Yeah. Okay, so in the spoilers from last week, in the casting call, we found out that Bill is in the presence of at least 3 sheriffs, if not more, that there is a witch who's being tried or sentenced for something, and Pam is there, and she's rooting against Bill, it sounds like. Or she's standing up to him and contradicting whatever it is that he's saying. So it does sound like he's in some position of power. However, if Pam is there, is she there as Eric's proxy?
Ooh.
In which case, she would be acting sheriff, and Bill would be who? That would make him Magister, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if I recall, Sophie Ann didn't really have... she was queen, or is queen, but she didn't really have power to... She answered to the Magister as well. So, although the sheriff answered to her, I need a chart. I need a diagram. I don't know.
And yeah. Now, what is her position going to be now that Russell's gone?
Well, I think since they were formally married, she gets his area.
She gets everything.
Yeah. So she may not be in the picture right now because she's over in Mississippi trying to establish her power there. Because she would now be queen of Louisiana and Mississippi.
Right.
If I'm remembering my vampire politics correctly. That's what happened.
But we didn't know. Now, if Bill was Magister, that doesn't make him answerable, I don't think, to her or anybody.
No, she would be answerable to him.
Right.
And then he is answerable to them. We never found out who them was, but they were referred to last season.
Yeah.
As
I
being
wonder if
higher.
we'll find out. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I think so. I think we will. But that's a really good question, Ellie. And so, and our short answer is we don't know. The long answer is it certainly appears that Bill is in some position of power but we suspect Sophie Ann is still around, just consolidating her power now that Russell's gone.
Yeah.
And Pam maybe is standing in for Eric.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would fit nicely. We'll see if we're right. What Ellie said about Bill having a larger role on the show than Charlene made him in the books, this is very possible.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Moyer is one of the main actors on the show. It's an ensemble cast, of course we know, but he's one of the, troiko there.
Right.
Bill, Sookie, Eric thing. And I fully expect Bill to be a bigger character than he was in the books. And, of course, Alan has the right to do that.
Yes.
And the freedom. And he's going to take it. And I'll be really excited. I know Bill fans will be really happy about that. I know I might be too, because if you remember when I started reading the books, Mel,
Uh-huh.
and I was not happy with the direction that Bill took.
She was not. She was kind of yelling at me about it, and I'm like, I didn't write them. Just keep reading. I swear, someone else will take his place. I promise you.
And while I liked who took his place, if Alan Ball goes in another direction, I think I might be very interested to see.
It sounds like he's setting up the Witch War to be a Bill storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, it has implications and impact on probably every storyline, but it sounds like Bill is going to be in the thick of it.
That's going to be really cool.
That'll
really
give him
cool.
some juicy stuff to play.
Yeah. Jeez, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait now.
Do you think we're going to get any new scenes at Paley Fest? Are we going to get a trailer?
They
We
did last year.
time.
They gave us a teaser.
Yep.
It went by really quick, but
And then we came home and they had it ready or we came back to the hotel and it was ready to post. So
yeah.
It should be, shortly after we see it, it should be online.
Yeah. If they do that, yeah, I'm hoping that they will. Chances are good. They like to give us a little something special at these things. So I'm thinking that they may give us shots of what they've filmed so far.
Mm-hmm. And
If
at
they
that
can.
point, they should be, 6 or 7 episodes in?
Yeah.
At least halfway.
Yeah, so that would be cool. Oh,
Well,
it's
let's
only
head
2
on
weeks away.
I know. Let's head into spoilers proper here. We
Okay.
have one spoiler. It's from TVLine.com, and they have the scoop on who's going to play Raul in True Blood Season 4. If you remember, we talked about him previously in the casting call. Daniel Buran is playing Raul. He is the Shreveport Packmaster that we mentioned earlier, and as noted, Raul will appear in at least 7 episodes, beginning with episode 5 of Season 4. He's had some small roles in several films and shorts, and guest starred on shows like Criminal Minds of Southland with Kevin Alejandro. But it looks like this could be his big break. He's going to have a recurring role on True Blood, which is a pop culture phenomenon. And possibly he's going to be the center of a provocative werewolf struggle storyline. We're not sure, but if he's going to be around that long, it seems like there's got to be something going on.
Yeah.
It's kind of major. So he'll likely be very well known by the end of summer. And Raul is also the focus of our Who Is feature for last week. So you can go get more scoop on him there.
And look at the pretty picture.
Yes, he's quite pretty.
He is perfect. I like he. He's getting a lot of comments about that, too.
Yes, I've noticed.
I wouldn't mind him sticking around for a while.
I think he's going to.
Well, longer than 7 episodes.
Yeah, well,
actually,
7
7
takes
episodes is half the season. So
yeah, and it takes him, if he starts in episode 5, 7 episodes takes him pretty much to the finale. So
yeah. Ooh, so we'll see.
maybe back next season.
I know. We'll lobby for him.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see how he is, how he does.
All right, let's see how he is first. He's just we're just going based on his picture.
Not that we're shallow.
No. We don't go that way.
No.
Well, I think that's it for, did anything come hot off the press while we were talking? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All right. I think we can wrap up the show. We want to thank you for joining us. As always, our show is written and produced by Mel and myself. Music is courtesy of Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com. This podcast is copyright True-Blood.net. All rights are reserved. True-Blood.net is not affiliated with HBO or the cast and crew of True Blood, although I wish that we were. Be sure to bookmark True-Blood.net and watch for the next week's vodcast. And in the meantime, we'll be sure to keep a lookout for all the latest news, whatever spoilers are out there, videos, pictures, and all that you need for True Blood.
We also want to thank our editor, Hunter, for doing such a fine job on our podcasts. And we want to remind you to send in your comments or questions to webmaster@true-blood.net. We love to hear from you. You can also comment on the post that this vodcast is showing in. We had several comments last week. Apparently putting Eric in the title draws a lot of viewers and comments. So we'd love to hear from you. Again, that's webmaster@true-blood.net. And until then, we'll see you next week. Bye, Trubies.
Bye, Trubies.